Alors mes amis, back again with another French recipe because I've been dying to go to France and visit my family, but here we are. So to start this recipe off, we're going to make our tarragon and shallot wine reduction, which is going to be the acid for our Béarnaise. We're going to start by mincing a shallot finely. Technically this is a bouillonnoise because it's such a fine dice. And then we're going to chop our tarragon, which has a similar flavor to star anise or fennel. It's a very great and underutilized herb, honestly. We're going to have equal parts white wine and white wine vinegar. Might as well use something drinkable here. And then likewise with the... Oh no, never. Show off my new saucepan, which we're going to be adding all of those ingredients to, including some black peppercorns to help infuse our sauce. We're going to set that over medium-high heat and reduce that until we have about 3 tablespoons. Do not look away. This is the defining difference between this and a normal hollandaise. Béarnaise is just made with this shallot and tarragon reduction. Considering we're making a hollandaise base here, we're going to be using an uncomfortable amount of butter. Because I'm not your dietitian and I'm just trying to make good food for you. Disgusted because I broke that yolk and I lack finesse. Now we're going to add our egg yolks, our shallot reduction, a touch of water, and then whisk to incorporate. We set this over medium heat and then gradually add in our butter. The butter's going to help it stay cold and to not cook the eggs. We need to whip this and keep getting air into it to create the emulsion. As soon as it starts to ribbon and you can do this, add in the remainder of your tarragon, and now our Béarnaise is thick like we like it. Now that we're all hot and bothered, we're going to start prepping our potatoes for our Pont Neuf, which are basically large, geometrically perfect, or as close to perfect French fries as we can make them. I'm using Yukon Golds here because in France they use waxy potatoes. The first fry in our wok is going to be at 300 degrees until they're cooked through. Once we're there, we're going to start prepping our beautiful New York strip. Look at that marble. Take all the moisture off with some paper towels, rub it down with a high smoke point oil, rub it all over, and then hit it with some salt and black pepper. I have started to use more finely ground crushed black pepper because it allows a more even contact surface while searing. Into a ripping hot carbon steel pan, we're going to start by rendering off the fat cap. Once that has some color on it, we're going to sear one side thoroughly, admire its golden beauty before searing and then throwing in a 400-degree oven until medium rare, because that's the only way you should be eating a steak. Towel on the oven door so you don't burn yourself when you pull the pan out. Now we're going to fry off these Jenga pieces, fries at 350 until they're golden brown and delicious. Obviously season them with salt before tossing while they're still hot, and then give a little fan service for your local math nerds. A little pro tip when it comes to slicing your steak is to cut it on a slight bias, increasing the surface area to which you can admire that beautifully cooked center. Keeping the slices nice and thick so they stay warm while you're plating. Fan those out so we can just appreciate the incredible job we've done. Get our plate out and get ready to throw on some incredibly rich and decadent Béarnaise, topped with our perfectly cooked steak, our Pont Neuf, a touch of smoked sea salt, a little more tarragon for garnish. Wipe that drool off your face and get ready to enjoy the best steak dinner you've probably ever had. And allow me to help you save the airfare from wherever you live to France. Consider this recipe your round trip ticket to the streets of Paris. Take a sip of wine and just dive straight in. Aside from getting sufficiently shook by the flavor of this dish, there are a lot of techniques to refine and to improve upon while working on a recipe like this, and I hope you make it. All that said, you know what's coming. Do your damn dishes, and if you like what you saw for this recipe today, I hope you consider liking and subscribing, hitting the notification bell if you want to see more, and I'll see you in the next one.